4 out of 5 dentists weren't precisely certain of the question being asked.
Hi,
Members
I'm
of the
Patrick L.
American
Beckett.
Dental
This is 30 seconds, folks.
Donnie here, thanks for joining us. How many people? One little player. Oh well, why don't you enter your name? Why don't you enter your name? Why don't you?
Incompetence wouldn't fly in the bush.
Alright, now here's what you're going to do. You'll get a Okay, let's cut to the tape.
Today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by Digitensils electronic utensils. Say goodbye to analog food consumption. Say hello to Digitensils.
Okie doke, this is really happening. Let's start with, I'm converting, woohoo! If Miley Cyrus moved overseas and changed her name to Kilometery Cyrus, how much of her name would she lose? 14. 1 kilometer equals 0.621 miles, so Miley would be shaving off 0.38 or 38% from her former name. I wonder if that means she'd also be 38% less loud. That would truly be the best of both worlds. Up next, ominous news in 30 minutes or less. If the CEO of Little Caesars Pizza gets an anonymous email that says, "Beware the Ides of March," what should he add into his Outlook calendar? March 1. The Ides of March falls on the 15th of the month, a date that Julius Caesar was warned of and subsequently killed on. Little Caesars was actually founded by Julius Caesar's son, who vowed to avenge his father's death, and then he got bored of that and started making pizza. And now, I'm kicking you out. Please vote for me. On Survivor, contestants who've already been voted out come back to vote on the season's winner. But if Survivor added a grand tribal council with the same duties as a grand jury, what would they do? Find a grand jury decides whether or not a case will even go to trial. Personally, I think the show would be a lot better if the jury had the power to sentence contestants to death. I wonder if they'd still draw little frowny faces next to the names if it was a vote for lethal injection. May I introduce, rub some sherbet on your knee. And guess what? It's a this or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things. For each one, I want you to tell me if it's the name of a Baskin-Robbins ice cream flavor or the name of a pain-relieving cream or ointment. If it's ice cream, press the number 1. If it's pain relief cream, press 2. Each right answer scoops up $300 for you. But get one wrong and you'll be aching for money. And you gotta do it in 30 seconds. We good? Here we go. Asper, Mississippi, gold medal, icy hot, Australia, mineral, love potion. Good work. You clearly never get your ice cream and pain relief creams mixed up. This is some good chondroitin. Now if they could only come out with some sort of ointment for brain freeze.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Here's one for you. Geck of the morning to you. Imagine that the Geico Gecko saved so much money on car insurance that he quit show business. What would he be able to do at his retirement party? Kiss all the ladies with his forked tongue? Breathe with gills? Although they don't have forked tongues, gills, or poisonous bites, geckos do have adhesive pads on their feet for climbing. Very few, interestingly enough, walk on their hind legs, speak, or give a shit about car insurance. That's the end of a thrilling first round. And you're sitting pretty for someone so ugly. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. Let's see what's in store. This one's known as a real wine connoisseur. If you know me, you know I love me some sparkling wine, and I love to sweat. I'm a sweaty, sparkling wine drinker, basically. With that in mind, if Brute deodorant were like Brute champagne, how could I describe my armpits after applying it? Quite sweet. Sparkling wines, like champagne, are classified by their sweetness. The least sweet, or driest, is the Brute. The only problem with using Brute, though, is that every time I hail a cab, a cork shoots out of my armpit. Coming up next, Not So Little Miss Sunshine. Considering the past winners of the Miss Universe pageant, which of these child beauty pageant winners will most likely grow up to become Miss Universe? Little Miss Russian... After Miss USA, Miss Venezuela has won the most Miss Universe titles, so Little Miss Venezuelan Tropical Rainstorm stands the best chance of eventually becoming Miss Universe. You know, I say there's no age too young to enter a girl into a beauty pageant. I say take some sonogram photos, draw some lipstick on them, attach them to sticks, and dance them around a stage.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Say hello to zebras who blow whistles. You know, it seems like every other year some NFL football team changes cities or just disappears.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And as always, there's an extra $1,000 for a correct answer on this one. Based on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, put these NFL teams in order from most to least endangered. Detroit Lions, Cincinnati Bengals, Carolina Panthers. Bengal tigers, like all tigers, are endangered. Lions are vulnerable, and panthers, also known as cougars or pumas, are not in trouble at all. That'll net you an extra $1,000. The pig that made the football is pretty endangered too.
Rolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not nice.
Bucker up for my friends are all ugly and weird. Which Friends characters are least likely to be friends with benefits? Chandler and Rachel. Ross and Monica were brother and sisters, so that would be super gross. Although, no, it's super gross.
Help me, never let me go. Am I dreaming? Question time.
Open wide for my belief system really makes my eyes pop. On what show would Stacy and Clinton advise against wearing zippers? What not? Although they all certainly have strict clothing restrictions, the Amish are the ones who are super anti-zippers. And when was the last time you saw an Amish person in a tube top? Lighten up, Amish! Wait, who am I talking to? They're not playing this game. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press 1. $4,000 if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose $4,000. And most importantly,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. You're the boss of me. If all else fails, say yes sir or ma'am. Good luck. There you have it! You did so well, you've been promoted to VP. Here's your BlackBerry, your new office, 90-hour work weeks, and an ulcer.
You don't know Jack!
That's a wrap. Donnie, what's happening?
Just give me the single.